National Institutes of Health, which last year proposed to amend their mission statement to exclude the word disability, saying it, quote, could be interpreted as perpetuating ableist beliefs that disabled people are flawed and need to be fixed. Let me take this moment to go on record. Folks, if I am ever struck blind or deaf or paralyzed, don't praise me. Fix me. The woke think the number one job is to protect homeless people from stigma. I think the number one job is to protect them from rain. When Adele lost weight, she was excoriated for betrayal. To who? She betrayed the unhealthy?
Once again, the left has spiraled into outrage, desperately hunting for the next person to cancel. This time, they've aimed their fire at people who are actually trying to confront the problems dragging society down. You couldn't script it better. To the far left, moral authority is their exclusive property, and anyone outside their echo chamber who dares to offer real solutions is immediately dismissed as a fraud, a grifter, or someone begging for attention. It's ridiculous. Even Ma wasn't buying it. The comedians sliced through the manufactured outrage and glaring hypocrisy with sharp, unapologetic humor, laying bare just how performative it's all become. And honestly, that's comedy at its peak. So kick back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy because he held nothing back.
Post reporter tweeted, what truly needs curing is society's view of disabled people, and BuzzFeed agreed Mr. Beast seems to regard disability as something that needs to be solved. Okay, disability is something that needs to be solved. And what truly needs curing is blindness. Here's how I know this. The newly sighted people are cheering, not booing, because Mr. Beast, whoever the that is, just cured them and you didn't do. You know the expression or go blind? You didn't either.
Ma doesn't tiptoe around the issue. He comes out swinging, no warm-up, no niceties. He zeroes in on a pattern from the far left that's become hard to miss. They seldom step up to help anyone themselves, yet the moment someone else does, they rush in to tear it down. This time, their complaint is that charity somehow loses its value if it's recorded and posted online. Ma cuts through that logic with a simple, uncomfortable question. Where do they think the funding for those good deeds comes from? YouTube is the revenue stream. Sharing the videos isn't vanity, it's what keeps the giving possible in the first place. And the irony runs deeper than that. Even if he were absurdly rich and decided to help no one at all, the far left would still find a reason to attack him. That's because the outrage was never about morality or results. It's about control. And you can't appease people who are committed to being perpetually offended.
They love nothing more than being a victim, except when they really are one, and then they tell you, I am not, go f*** yourself. Get this. Last month, Mr. Beast, in another dick move, funded the construction of 100 wells across 5 countries in Africa to provide clean drinking water to 500,000 people. Good thing, right? No. Not good, bad. The founder of a charity called Face Africa called it kind of frustrating that overnight this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden he gets all of the attention. Yes, but you know what else is frustrating? Dying of thirst.
That's exactly the issue. The woke left thrives on perpetual outrage and is never truly satisfied. Mr. Beast's humanitarian efforts in Africa should be something everyone celebrates without hesitation. Yet somehow an NGO has taken offense, claiming he's stealing their spotlight. Seriously? If someone is doing the very work you say you're committed to, providing clean water, building infrastructure, and improving lives, the rational response would be collaboration, not resentment. Partner up, expand the reach, and multiply the results. Instead, their reaction reveals a far less admirable motive. They don't object to Mr. Beast helping, they object to the attention he brings. Because when the spotlight shifts, so does the funding they've grown dependent on. And when the money fades, their influence, and their grip on the narrative, fades with it. This backlash has nothing to do with ethics or outcomes. It's about losing control over public attention and the story they've been telling.
Beast, how dare he come in and Bogart digging the wells? That's so white guy, always taking fresh water and shoving it down our throats. Oh, another thing this asshole did in Africa was pay for the rebuilding of an African orphanage, which the director of the Hope and Homes for Children charity called it a classic case of white saviorism. So true. Ask any orphan to name the worst part of their life. Show-offs!
The more you reflect on it, the more unsettling it becomes. Society's challenges were never going to be fixed by governments alone, nor by the self-appointed moral guardians of the far left. Meaningful change has always depended on individuals, whether ordinary citizens or highly influential figures, who choose to step in and do something tangible. That's precisely what Mr. Beast is doing. His work in Africa isn't some cartoonish example of white saviorism, no matter how often critics try to frame it that way. It's a direct response to urgent, long-standing needs that governments have neglected for decades. Access to clean water, basic infrastructure, and essential resources aren't political symbols. They're fundamental human necessities. When someone finally takes action to provide them, the conversation should center on the lives improved, not on cynical speculation about intent. Mr. Beast isn't displacing anyone or sabotaging existing efforts. He's addressing a void that never should have been allowed to exist in the first place.
How did we get to this weird place? Telling people who are actually out in the world making a positive difference, you're the problem. Yeah, quick question, who the f*** are you? And this isn't only the media and the people on Twitter who exist to bitch, always finding something. He just did it for the clicks, or for the wrong reason, or he should have done more, or sooner, whatever. You signed X. No.
Mars's words don't just land, they sting. They're clean, direct, and impossible to brush off. And frankly, he's right to say it out loud. Who are these far-left critics who've crowned themselves the arbiters of moral purity, qualified to interrogate everyone else's generosity? It borders on parody. They rarely take meaningful action themselves, yet the instant someone else does, they flood in with outrage, cancellations, and lectures. The sincerity of the effort doesn't matter. They'll always hunt for a flaw as if cynicism were a career requirement. In their worldview, no good deed exists without a hidden agenda, unless they're the ones behind it. Then it's suddenly virtuous, unquestionable, and morally untouchable. Ma dismantles this double standard with precision. His message is straightforward and hard to refute. Altruism doesn't lose its value because it comes from the wrong ideological tribe. Good deeds don't need political approval to be good.
National Institutes of Health, which last year proposed to amend their mission statement to exclude the word disability, saying it, quote, could be interpreted as perpetuating ableist beliefs that disabled people are flawed and need to be fixed. Let me take this moment to go on record. Folks, if I am ever struck blind or deaf or paralyzed, don't praise me. Fix me. Don't sit around talking about how much I'm just as good as you. Fix me. Do something. Use AI. Invent something.
Mars is right, and he doesn't soften the message to make anyone comfortable. People living with disabilities don't benefit from empty speeches, trendy hashtags, or hollow woke praise that celebrates them in theory while changing nothing in reality. What actually makes a difference is concrete support. Access to proper medical care, real accommodations, meaningful opportunities, and practical tools that help them navigate challenges and fully participate in society. Ma makes the case that helping people strengthen their circumstances isn't insulting, it's compassionate. Yet the far-left outrage cycle manages to contort genuine assistance into something offensive, as though offering a path to a better life somehow threatens someone's identity. The logic is baffling. Real empathy isn't performative applause. It's about dismantling real-world barriers so people can succeed, grow, and enjoy the same freedoms afforded to everyone else.
You know, there's so much faking this time of year between the presents you don't want to buy and the presents you didn't want to get and the goodwill toward men that lasts until January 2nd. I just don't have room for, and disability is awesome. It's not awesome. And it's not a political affiliation. That's the problem. We turn everything into a political identity category. You're deaf, that's your identity. Don't mess up a good thing by hearing.
Exactly, and that's the problem. Everything has been politicized to the point where even disability is no longer treated as a human reality, but as an identity category to be managed and marketed. In today's climate, nothing is allowed to simply exist on its own. Every experience must be squeezed into a cultural framework or ideological storyline. And this didn't happen by accident. It grew out of the left's obsession with turning every issue and every group into a branded identity. Homelessness, illness, immigration. Nothing was left untouched. Labels came first, solutions second. Instead of addressing real-world challenges, people's lived experiences were transformed into symbolic trophies for ideological signaling. Now disability has been pulled into the same spectacle, reduced to a political badge rather than treated as a condition that calls for practical help, empathy, and concrete action. Ma underscores just how ridiculous things have become when basic common sense is replaced by identity performance.
Adele lost weight. She was excoriated for betrayal. To who? She betrayed the unhealthy? The woke have even turned the homeless into a political identity group, as opposed to liberals, old school liberals, who just want to get them off the street, which now is seen as kind of judgy, like, don't disturb them in their natural habitat.
It's the exact same mindset that helped fuel California's homelessness disaster. Rather than backing solutions that actually work, treatment options, expanded shelter capacity, rehabilitation programs, and policies designed to reduce homelessness, the woke activist class resisted nearly every practical measure. When city leaders attempted to dismantle dangerous encampments, these groups leapt in to protest, insisting that sidewalks and tent camps were somehow the homeless population's rightful environment. The logic would be laughable if the fallout weren't so severe. Leaving people in filthy, unsafe, and degrading conditions isn't compassion, it's abandonment disguised as virtue. By rejecting real intervention in favor of ideological posturing, they effectively locked people into the very suffering they claimed to oppose. Instead of helping the homeless escape life on the streets, they normalized it. That isn't empathy. It's enabling misery while calling it moral righteousness.
Life under the bridge. The woke think the number one job is to protect homeless people from stigma. I think the number one job is to protect them from rain.
Anyone who genuinely claims to care about the homeless should start with one basic priority: get them actual help and get them off the streets. That's the baseline. Only once people are in a safe, stable setting, away from violence, disease, addiction cues, and the constant fight to survive, does it make sense to talk about dignity, stigma, or long-term healing. Trying to protect people from stigma while abandoning them to street life turns compassion upside down. It's putting symbolism ahead of survival. Leaving people in volatile, dangerous encampments just to signal moral virtue isn't kindness, it's performance. Real concern means confronting the underlying problems: mental health struggles, addiction, joblessness, and the absence of support networks, and then helping people re-enter society with real opportunities. Anything short of that is just pretending to care while suffering remains fully visible and unresolved.
I did the Ice Bucket Challenge back in 2014. I thought I was helping the cause of funding research to cure ALS. Wrong again! An op-ed in Time magazine said the Ice Bucket Challenge even seems to be suggesting that being cold, wet, and uncomfortable is preferable to fighting ALS. It was suggesting no such thing. What is wrong with this country that so many people can't be happy for anything for even a second?
Ma makes a sharp observation. Woke culture has turned into a pack of wet blankets. Anything that excites, inspires, or simply brings joy is instantly smothered, especially if they weren't the ones behind it. If they're not involved, suddenly it's problematic, offensive, or worthy of cancellation. The predictability is almost laughable. Nothing is ever right unless it comes from their side of the ideological fence that they've turned nitpicking into a full-time sport, acting like the sole arbiters of morality while everyone else is treated as an amateur. Ma calls out this hypocrisy with precision. The woke crowd doesn't just dislike what they didn't create, they actively try to shut it down. Instead of celebrating good deeds, humor, or human progress, they hunt for new reasons to be outraged. The truth Ma exposes is clear. This isn't about progress, empathy, or problem solving. It's about control, outrage, and ideological gatekeeping. From canceling those who genuinely help others to politicizing disability, homelessness, and altruism, their moral posturing consistently blocks real solutions. Joy, generosity, and practical action are only acceptable if filtered through the approved channels. Everything else is attacked, nitpicked, or canceled. Mars's critique is a reminder. Common sense, sincere help, and good intentions shouldn't be punished simply for failing to fit a political script. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.